That's pretty cool.
Hi everyone, Nora's here.
Unides
Isn't
is
this cool?
here.
We're on our pages, and we're thankful for all of you and for you joining us. It's Weigh-In Wednesday around our neck of the woods.
In our world, it is Weigh-In Wednesday, and I am wearing a curly hair for those of you who are wondering.
She's very excited about her look, I think, or not.
I'm trying this new thing where everybody wants to be curled hair, and I'm a wannabe curly hair because no me nació el pelo rubio. I mean el pelo rizado. So si tú lo ves, it's curly on the top,
It's
and
not
then
bad.
is a tillita de palo on the bottom.
She's just saying that her hair is not for curls.
So, anyways,
It happens, you know. No one's happy with what they have, and it's a sad case because I'm the contrary. I love my hair actually, though. I'm not comparing.
You have curly hair.
I have
I wanted
curly
your
hair. I
curly.
can have straight hair right now. I don't know what it is, but it's my nice little cute bob, and I'm blonde now, and yeah.
so we're not here to talk about hair because
No, we're not.
Hi, Jenny. We're not like experts at hair and stuff.
No.
But we're women, and we struggle with a lot of things. And one of them is our weight, right? And we're coming into a time, which is the holiday season, and we're heading into a place where most people are putting their lives on hold.
Hold up. Hold?
On hold.
Why?
Well, because you see, we're normally very consistent now, and we share our health and fitness journey with others, and usually people reach out to us and ask us how is it that we do it. And you know, to be honest with you, I started my journey 5 years ago, the month of November, and that's what I want to speak to you guys about, because we get so many people saying, I want to do it, but I'm going to hold off until the new year comes
No,
up.
I'm gonna hold off until the holidays are over.
And the holidays are over, and that makes me pause. And I get it. And I know that we celebrate Thanksgiving, we
It's coming up.
celebrate Christmas.
There's a lot of Hallmark holidays too in the mix of things.
We celebrate New Year's, but there's also Valentine's Day, and there's also birthdays that turn into holidays.
and months and weeks. And
Then there's Easter, and then there's...
wow, you skipped all the way through July 4th, the barbecue
And then
season.
spring break
And
is
then,
a holiday.
No, that's before July 4th. And if you really consider it,
Oh, and then it's Labor Day.
every week or every month there is a Hallmark holiday to be celebrated besides everything else that is involved in family or friendships and so forth, because there's always a festivity, and it's good. We are not saying not to celebrate life.
Absolutely, life needs
Our
to be
question
celebrated.
is, and we hope that you can help us, is when is it a good time or a good convenient time for us to put our health on the list?
And I don't know, because I think I'm starting to redefine what health looks like for different people, because I think the definition of what healthy is different for everybody. For example,
that's true.
when I was almost 200 pounds overweight, I was lacking energy. All I needed was a bed. All I needed was to sleep.
Nervous just at that time, she would drive from Connecticut, she would get to our house. I just need 30 minutes.
I wanted them to just take the kids and let
She
me
just wanted
sleep
bed.
for 30 minutes because I felt exhausted all the time. What was health for you when you were at your
For
max?
me, it was just that I needed energy, and I also felt lost in the shuffle. I kind of lost track of me, of who I was, the things that I enjoyed, the things that I loved. And I just felt I was giving, but then I felt empty. Like I was
Okay,
just
so you
done.
health to you was not even self-care. Like it was just
I was just
giving
tired.
to others.
I was running on empty, if I can say it so. Yeah, I was running on empty.
So maybe 2 years into my journey, health no longer was lack of energy, because now I had the energy. Now health had a different meaning, and health meant that now I wanted to have endurance throughout my workouts. Now I wanted to fit into clothes that I had never ever thought that I could ever fit into. So I started buying, you know, tighter fitting clothes. I started buying leather skirts. I started wearing...
Going into stores she would never go before.
Like shopping at BB, guys, I had given up the idea
They
of
took the stores
shopping.
away. Now it's on websites. But
That sucks.
It really does.
So my weight or my healthy idea changed as I started to decrease my scale, right? What was one of your changes?
For me, it was just that, being more aware of me, being more aware of what made me happy. As far as working out for me has never become something natural, but it was something that I needed because I was either going to be prescribed depression pills or I would have to sweat it off and get those happy endorphins to come out naturally. So for me, it became part of my safe haven. It was my time for me,
For you, it
to
was your
sweat it
me
off,
time.
for me to just handle Norris before I handled everything else in my life.
So I think we all have, at whatever stage we're in our lives, we have a definition
And it might be different to you. Share below
of what
you
healthy
feel
looks like, right?
healthy looks like.
What does it feel like to you?
Help
Like,
us understand a little bit because it's good to have a conversation.
yeah, we want to know, what does health look like for you? Like if somebody said to you, oh my God, I want to feel healthy. Well, healthy has a lot of different ways. What does that mean to you?
And what are you willing to let go in order to achieve that goal?
Mm-hmm.
Because oftentimes I find that I always wanted. Hey, if I can get everything, I want it. I'm greedy.
Well,
I'm
you
not
had
greedy,
this-
but I love to cater to me and to give to me because why not?
As sisters, we've always shared like our diets, we've shared the things that work. And when I
Yeah.
started working out and using the tools that we use now, she would say to me, like, I want to do exactly what you're doing. And I'm like, okay, but you have to, drink.
Are you willing?
You have to drink this meal replacement, and you also have to have a Facebook account so that you can connect with our support group. No. I'm going to keep eating my arroz con habichuela and my tostones because nobody plays with my food.
I even pay for personal trainer, and my Habibi, I love him to death. I was in New York Sports Club back when I was working at the city in the Ink, and I paid for personal training, but I told him our negotiation was as follows: I will pay you whatever it is, whatever sessions, but you will not remove me from my food. Like food for me was something untouchable.
Right. And
I would rather sweat it all off, but not let go of my food because I was just not open to the idea of something different, new.
And then you started to see the change in me, and then you were open to then see that what I was doing was actually working and giving me better results and faster than what you were doing.
Yes.
Which in the end made sense. Okay. So now we're at this point, right, where we're having the discussion of when is it a good time to feel healthy, whatever that healthy definition is to you. Sometimes health may come in clarity, like how clear are your thoughts? How focused are you? Even when you go to bed at night, are you able to fall asleep easily?
And have a good night's sleep. I think that,
And stop tossing and turning.
you know that wasn't an issue, but now that I sleep better, I realize I didn't sleep at all.
No, because
My
when
mind
you
was
don't-
just going. That's not
What
healthy.
happens is that when you don't eat well and when you don't work out, your body is depleted from what it needs. So you're not getting it's not working to its potential. Therefore, you're making it work harder. So even
Because you're not feeling it right.
you're not feeling it right. So even your sleep patterns change.
Yeah, you're right.
So when is it a good time for you to have a good night's sleep? When is it a good time for you to feel focused and with energy to be your best for your kids, for your husband, for your family? When is it a good time
Put yourself on the list.
to put yourself on that priority list?
What's
Oh,
it gonna take?
I know what's it gonna take. It's gonna take going to the doctor and having the doctor say to you, you have high blood pressure.
Or
So now,
pre-diabetic.
or you're pre-diabetic, or you're on the verge of high blood pressure, so you have a high risk of heart disease, and now the scare alarms go off. So
I gotta do something about it.
Now-
Jot me down because I'm ready. That's a good time.
you're in a 911 emergency. You are in a rush. You need to
And
make
you
a
need it
change.
now.
And you need to see change ahora, pero es que ahora. So give me the quick fix, give me the detox, give me the pill, give me the workout.
I want it yesterday.
Give me the faja, give me the whatever you are gonna give me, because give me the Savila aloe with
Whatever
ginger.
is out
I'm
there.
gonna drink it because I'm desperate.
Or that bad soup.
Because
or I drank
now
this.
I'm on the verge. Now I'm at risk. That's a good time for you to get healthy.
So what's the breaking point?
Or, you know what's a good time?
When?
The night before Christmas Eve.
The night before. Why the night before Christmas Eve?
Because
She's onto something. I don't know.
the night before Christmas Eve, you have to go into your closet and you have to try on a beautiful dress that you want to go ahead and celebrate Christmas with your family. And that night,
That's
you
when it
start to
becomes
think
real.
about, like, damn, man, I want to look good. I want to feel good. And you try on this dress that you are, in your mind,
It was in the closet. It was good.
it fits you perfectly well. And del momento que tú lo sacas y te lo pones, it doesn't zip up.
And then you start blaming that there's something in the closet that's sewing things up.
Es que la ropa se está achicando, la están
The
haciendo más
manufacturers,
chiquita.
oh my god, I used to say that all the time. The manufacturers, really, I'm gonna have to become a designer. I'm gonna have to do my own clothes
I
because
used
the
to
clothes
think-
is so much smaller than it was
Yeah.
what it was before.
You can't buy in regular clothes. It's
No.
in clothes shop stores anymore because ya la ropa la están achicando. It's not that the clothes is getting smaller, it's that we're expanding. And I'm not here to criticize or say anything to
No,
anyone.
we're not here to do that.
Because obviously we all have our number that makes us feel comfortable and confident in our own skin. But if you're going into your closet and you're changing more than 10 times,
Or you're not liking what you're seeing on that reflection, or you're feeling
or
sluggish.
you're looking for clothes that is kind of covering up or is darker than what you normally wear because you don't feel comfortable,
or that you need to wear extra garments or put
if
things
people
in
are
front
gonna
of you,
take a
like,
picture
like
and
props.
you wanna
No, this is a good one. Make sure the angle is
you wanna
really
angle your selfie.
so you can look thinner. If you're
That's
not
a good
okay
time
with,
to be healthy.
with the reflection,
Ahora sí, because yo era una de las que
yo
yo
me puse cómoda.
te pusiste cómoda, ponte otra vez en tu puesto. That's a good time
my
to
shirt.
get healthy. That's a good time to now go ahead and buy yourself all of the flexies and all of the fajas that are available. Because now you have an urgency. Now it is important.
Now, I think that the time comes if you're willing to let go of the filtered life. Now, don't get me wrong. I love filters because I like to make things beautiful
Pretty.
for colors to pop and all that. But I think that some of us and the majority of people that we intertwine with are living a facade or are covering their life with filters.
Or with objects.
Or with things, covering things that they don't want to really uncover or deal with. And
You're
you
not
know
an
what?
object. I called you an object.
Yeah, well, that's you. Guys, you don't understand my life. Where I'm getting at is that once you're willing to let go of the facades and
Then
of the
you're
filters,
open.
then you'll find the time. Because I think that the 24 hours a day, we all have it. And I think that we sell ourselves short and we feed ourselves a lot of excuses, the expenses. The holidays. We're removing what the holiday is all about. If you want, we can go there, but I'm not.
But I think you have a point because I actually.
So that's where we fail at.
I think you have a
Covering
point because how many days? Like, let's say for example, Thanksgiving is this month. It actually
Thanksgiving
is next
is
week.
on Thursday, and it's actually hosted by my sister. I'm excited.
I'm cooking.
I can't wait. Mom's
How
making
many
the turkey.
days are we going to eat Thanksgiving food?
Well, Thanksgiving is Thursday.
So you mean that Thanksgiving is one day
Ya lo sabe.
and Black Friday is one day?
Black Friday is for shopping.
Oh, so if I am ready to make some changes, I don't need to wait until the holidays are over to get started on making
No,
the changes?
because how are you gonna wait if the holidays are only one? You have Thanksgiving Day, you celebrate because life is meant to be celebrated, and then the next one that's coming up is the next month, which is 4 weeks in, that you can actually lose a good 10 to 15 pounds by then, is Christmas. Christmas Day,
Oh, pero
Noche
espérate, so
Buena
then-
for us Hispanics.
Nosotros los dominicanos celebramos Nochebuena
Nochebuena and
y
so,
Navidad.
okay, fine.
She's hosting Navidad, by the way.
Yeah, so Christmas is in my house. Okay, beautiful. So those are 3 days, but just because I'm waiting for these holidays doesn't mean I put my life on hold.
¿Tú no te vas a bañar?
Aco?
Digo yo, are you gonna take a shower from now through Thanksgiving?
Well, of course. How can I hold my shower for Thanksgiving?
Are you gonna eat from here to Thanksgiving?
Yes, because if not, I will die.
Are you planning to sleep from here to Thanksgiving?
Oh, I can't live without sleep.
Are you going to eat or like be with your family from here to Thanksgiving?
No, because they'll call the cops and say, where is my wife or mom?
So your life doesn't technically go on hold from here to Thanksgiving, does it?
No, it never goes on hold.
How about after Thanksgiving?
Amen.
Espérate, how about wait before New Year's?
Oh, the clock has to go and I have to celebrate with my family.
You're still gonna continue life.
The clock continues.
Oh, so this is the point, guys. You know, and honestly, we had to come here and share it with you because there's so many conversations that happen in our world because what we do is we are basically sharing our health and fitness journey.
We're in the business of helping people.
You understand that it is possible, that it is not something like so far-fetched that it's not for you or that you're the only abnormal person that is willing to do this. Mm-hmm. It is possible. I chose to start my journey at 190 pounds November 6th of 2012.
Yes.
And I did it with a purpose because I was tired of waiting until January to start my journey. And then come February 14th, crash because Valentine's Day came around and I didn't know how to handle the chocolate overload that teachers get. So I stuffed myself with the chocolate and then at that point I gave up and then I came back to my diet on April, right before spring break. So I got tired of that stupid hamster wheel. And I no longer decided that I was going to be healthy for New Year.
And I think that
I wanted to be healthy for the rest of my life.
Because life will always continue.
It will never going.
And unfortunately, I hope that you know that regardless if you wait for the holidays or for the holidays to be over, chances are when you start your journey, you're gonna have another celebration coming up.
And I want you to put this to the test.
It's part of life.
This is what I want you to do. I want you to step on the scale today.
Own it.
Step on the scale, and if you don't have one, go borrow one.
Go to the pharmacy. I think
buy one, because we all need a scale because we want to live a non-filtered life. And I want you to see where you are right now. And I want you to put your life on hold. And I want you to celebrate your holidays. Go ahead and celebrate your holidays. Celebrate Thanksgiving. Celebrate Christmas. Celebrate, if you're a December baby, celebrate your birthday. Celebrate New Year's. And then January 2nd, I want you to step on the scale again. And I want you to notice the math problem that is going to take effect. And instead of seeing the scale remain where you are today, chances are, actually, there's almost a 99% chance that you're going to have 5 to 20 pounds over January 2nd than you are if you have to start instilling your healthy habits now. I'll share with you that when I started November 6, 2012, January, I was already 18 pounds less.
And that's what I had the honor of witnessing within my eyes as I took her pictures, and that's when I started my journey.
And you did that because you wanted to start for your birthday, which was in April.
I was giving myself 90 days because I just needed the change that Unerva spoke about. I think that we all have different stories and different reasons to start. I've always said it. For me, it wasn't the scale because I always dealt with my weight in my own way, in my own filtered way. For me, it was clarity of mind, sanity, and I needed energy because I just felt overwhelmed with my life and all the different hats I was wearing, and I just felt I was giving on empty, and I needed to give me the love and the attention that I needed in order for me to give my 100%. I don't like half-assing life. I think that God gave us one life to live. We only have one body, and how dare I not appreciate it and not nurture it, not take care of it because I'm too preoccupied in making everyone else happy and dealing with the day-to-day life and not give myself the nutrition that I need and the fuel that I need to be a good person, a good human. I wasn't the best person as a heavyweight because I was cranky as can be. I was moody.
So we want I don't know if you have any questions for us or any comments.
Yes, we have our two phones here.
Because we wanted to be present in each of our walls.
And I think it's a good conversation because we've had it. And sometimes, you know, when you have a friend, and my sister's my best friend and my sister and my confidant, and we have conversations. And sometimes we're like, you know what? Let's take this out to the public. Maybe we're mistaken.
And I know that
we need clarity on the subject.
Like sometimes we overthink things so much, and sometimes we spend so much time thinking that we think we're alone in the thinking that we're having. I actually shared a lot of my thoughts with Norris, and Norris shares them with me. And we work with a big group of women who are in the trenches right now, losing weight, establishing that they no longer want to be in that hamster wheel.
And they wish they had started earlier. So there's a disconnect that we're trying to make.
So it's an awareness. I think there's an education that needs to happen. And the whole idea of I'm going to get fit or I'm going to be better when the new year comes, we need to
or when my life settles in. I want also, if you can help me get this
That's a whole different topic. When my life is
when
in
my
order.
life is in order, or when I'm not at a high state of stress.
Yeah, because stress is actually stress, anxiety, and depression
are all in that same
or in time. All the excuses we tell ourselves because it is not a good time for us.
But I also think it's fear. It's linked with fear of the unknown, fear of failure again, fear of investing something that you fear that you're gonna lose out again. And we have that blockage and we label them as depression, as time, as stress, as my family, as I'm dealing with too much right now, holidays are coming in. You find any little thing to just cover it and filter it.
To mask it because it makes you feel better. And also, here's the other one, and I'm gonna come live another day and expand on this one. I don't have time to cook like you.
Oh no, I don't cook. I don't know how to cook.
I don't know how to cook. That's a big excuse. I just prepared in less than 10 minutes an amazing meal for both of us.
I'm gonna post a picture right before.
And it took no cooking. I mean, it took prior cooking and it took
all you need is a microwave, or if you want to do it in a stove, you can, but it's literally 10 minutes. And
10 minutes and you're finished. All you need is the will. And then you will find the way.
And drop the can't and add it as I can. Because you care.
Because you become what you speak and you become what you believe. So those are the things that we teach in our community of women and support. And those are the skills that we want to leave our children with when we're no longer here. That's basically the generation that we want to continue having. So if you find that this message hit a nerve or touch something in your life, share it with somebody. Tag them below and let the message be shared. Whether we may have, gone to places that we normally don't, it's the truth. And we know we're thinking about it, so why not speak it? Yeah. All right? So
post below if you have any add-ons, because this conversation is one that we enjoy a lot, and the more we hear from you, the more feedback we receive, and maybe the more suggestions and helpful tips we can bring to you.
Because I know last year at this time we were sharing with you how to prepare a healthy holiday feast. We have not forgotten. We are going to do it.
We're working on it.
But it's not going to be for Thanksgiving. It's going to be para Nochebuena. Mm-hmm. So if you have your plans or your menu options that you would like to do a healthy twist to it, and you want us to help you come up with that, plop them here below, message us. We don't bite. That's the other thing. We're pretty approachable, and what you see is what you get. We're pretty non-filtered. But we're here to help from the bottom of our hearts, because if these two girls,
Dominican family,
were
failure after failure, yo-yo dieter professionals,
if we together have lost at this point,
you know, guys, I want to apologize right now. I started at 215. I have 80 plus pounds down.
And I'm down 50 pounds. I've maintained those 50 pounds.
I stuck
for 5 years. So 80 and 50, that's about 130 pounds that we've lost.
Yikes.
And we're not planning on getting it back.
No.
We hope that we can inspire you. If it's 5 pounds you need to lose, that you can do it too.
And it's not about the pounds, it's about living fully.
And what is your definition of health?
We'll leave you with that, my friends. Be blessed. And
have a
don't
good
forget
one.
to
Be a blessing to somebody else.